Back on. According to Dual Shockers, Ghost of Yotei will feature more freedom and the largest map Sucker Punch has developed. For those unaware, Ghost of Yotei is the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, the game robbed by The Last of Us 2.
But this won't be enough to fund the purchase of the electric BBC iPlan
Yo,
Black Mask.
Shout out to Dion with the $5 super chat. He said, now that you sat with it a bit now, how do you feel about the Sinners movie? Some say 10 out of 10, some say overhyped. I loved it. I think the people who say it's overhyped are just trying to be contrarians and trying to be different. Also, the few people that I've seen say overhyped, they weren't this color, so I don't really care. Sinners was a movie that was made by us for us. And if you're not one of us and you happen to enjoy it, we appreciate you. But there's a lot of nuance in that movie. I could understand why some people thought it was overhyped because a lot of it was very cultural. If you're not in the know, you're not gonna get it. I just finished writing my video yesterday, so sometime, maybe not till next week because it depends on how long it takes to get edited. Sometime soon I'll have a Sinners video coming out, talking about like my thoughts in full about it. Can we talk about Sinners spoilers? I mean, it's been 2 weeks. I don't care at this point. But I thought it was a good movie. 10 out of 10. I'm not afraid to give it a perfect score. I don't know what else they could have done differently. But yeah, at first I gave it a 9.5, but now that I sit with it more and like I see the fact that the sales are still good, like the more I thought about it, like I'm not gonna lie, it was really hard to pin that video because there was so much going on there contextually. I didn't know how to like, I hope it comes out good. I don't know. I gotta record it tonight. I had so many fucking thoughts about that shit, but I didn't know how to start the video. It's a 9.5 because of the Rod Wave track. Like, I thought about it. I give it a 10. Like, I put it in the Blu-ray collection if I had one. I put it in the Blu-ray collection if I had one. Sadly, the media illiterate started talking about it. Yeah, like the one creator that was complaining that there was no Latino people. And then I saw I talked about that in my video too. I was like, yo, y'all gotta chill. Cause I saw a lot of black people making videos like shitting on him, as you should, but they were blaming the Latino community. I'm like, to be fair, he's the only person I've seen do that. I was like, y'all gotta chill. Direct your anger at that one person. Like, there's no reason to start a race war over the shit. The only thing I didn't like is that is vampires. I think they're just corny. I mean, if you remove the idea of vampires, it still makes sense. Did you see him get checked by the Latino lady? Yeah, I seen it. 7 out of 10, no chicken jockey. I respect that. I respect that. The movie was good surface level. When you sit down and think about it, I thought it was entertaining even on a surface level, and then there's more meat on the bone if you want it. Cutting all American streams by. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, it's your first time in the chat, I guess. Bye, nigga. Here, let me help you out. What the fuck you talking about, bro? just tune in. What we talking about? We talking about Sinners. You think people will start rocking fits in the center, like Sinners fits? What do you mean? Shit was a 9 for me. Favorite movie in a bit. Yeah, I think it's my favorite movie I've seen since Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. It was good though. It was good though. A lot of commentary. I already wrote a video about it, so I don't want to talk about it like in depth and shit. You'll see when I drop my damn video. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Go fucking see it. The only few takes I seen that was poorly by a few was made due to them not fully understanding Black American history. And that's why I said the movie is made by us for us. So there's going to be some things that like I feel like are going to fly over people's heads. Like an example being who were the people that caused the downfall when the vampires attacked? The first person, like an example of nuance that I thought was really good. It was the light-skinned woman, which is, if you're Black, you know, we have a complicated relationship with light-skinned people. It really depends on how you raised. Do you identify as Black? So I thought that was really clever that the light-skinned woman was the downfall of the group. And then the second group person to betray them was the Asian lady, Grace, which that was more social commentary. You know, Asian people come into our communities, they open up shop. And when they need us, we're cool. But the moment her husband was like, let's go, even though she could tell that there was danger out there, she still turned her back on the community because she couldn't make $1 or whatever. There was so much good social commentary there, but if you're not black, you're not gonna get it, bro. You're not gonna get it. Yeah, I'm from the South and was raised by Grandma in the blues. It was a really good movie. But even still, there's like more layers to that. Even like the Irish vampires, they were victims because the Irish were victims of colonization. So then that was him basically perpetuating the cycle onto black people. That's why the vampire was like, I relate to you guys. He was trying to, but even still, he wanted to steal our music too. You see how there's so many different like working ideas, and I'm like, how the fuck do I get all this shit on paper, bro? The Native Americans weren't playing, but like I think one of the crazy things about that movie, since we're talking about it, is I saw a lot of commentary, even from like black folks, that made me realize, like, yeah, even y'all didn't get it. There was no hero in that movie, Sinners. The movie's literally called Sinners because everybody was a fucking sinner. Not just the white folks. There was some layer commentary there between white and black folks, but the whole movie, everybody was a fucking sinner, bro. Shorty was cheating on her husband that was talking to Sammy. Sammy didn't listen to his daddy, was fucking doing drugs. The Smoke twins, they was gangsters that robbed people. The Asian couple, they turned they back on the black community. They would do anything for $1, basically, which is a sin. I'm trying to think who else. What are they? Oh, the light-skinned one turned her back on the community. You said spoiler. You said cornbread. Cornbread did sin. Cornbread's sin was gluttony. See, you didn't get it, did you? Let me explain you cornbread. I actually think they went above and beyond explaining cornbread. You said spoiler warning. It's 2 weeks. Cornbread's sin was gluttony. Cornbread was living a good life with his wife. He didn't, and he knew the twins was bad news. That's why he tried to turn the deal away. But then when they offered him money and he saw his wife was happy, he took it. That's gluttony. But how to LOL, it's not that long. But then greed, yeah. But to further reinforce the gluttony was when he got turned into a vampire. You notice they put a lot of emphasis on him eating other people. His fat ass, that was all gluttony, bruh. Sin. There was no hero. The closest thing I think to a hero in the movie was the Native Americans, and even still, they weren't heroes. They just kind of warned them and then got out. They was like, "We out, y'all niggas ain't listening." Like, you seen the edit? So I have a lot of thoughts about the movie. And it's very disappointing. I feel like so many people didn't understand that movie at all. Nah, I don't envy you for trying to write that up. It's low-key a college essay. It is. I think even the characters of Stack and Smoke, that was a metaphor for evil twins, because one was like more level-headed, the other one was more hot-headed. They were both evil, but I mean, we learned towards the end of the movie that Stack, there was nothing he wanted more to be than a good father. That's why at the end you saw him like holding his baby. So he wanted to be a good person. I think Sammy represented the good. Stack represented the man that's in the middle. He's a troubled man, but he wants to do good. And then Smoke represented evil. I can't, whoever Stack, I can't remember that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're all nuanced characters. They're all nuanced. You got the twins switched. I do. My bad. Y'all know what I mean. I keep forgetting their fucking names. I mean, Shorty was doing voodoo. That's a sin. Stack was the unhinged one. I might have to go back through my script and check because I might have got their names confused. But y'all know what I mean. They represented different things. Just had my first MMA match April 5th. My freak got uploaded. If you want free laughs, I'll send the link. Nah, I don't want to see you get knocked out. But shout out to you. You didn't get knocked out, did you? Please tell me you didn't get knocked out. Oh shit. Smoke was pushing Sammy away from Sin. So Smoke was the good one. Okay. I'm getting there. I might have to go through my script and rephrase it because everybody gonna or I might just leave the mistake in there. Fun fact, if you want to purposely making mistakes in your YouTube videos or your content will piss people off and you'll get more comments. I might leave it in there just as an accident. Do you think the dance scene was a little too much or was it fire? No, I thought it was fire. I thought the dance scene, there was a lot of things going on there. The dance scene, I think the most obvious thing that most people understood is like how black music is transitional. Not it's generational. Like he was saying the blues artists were the first rappers, which is true. A lot of people don't know. People hate it. Jazz and the blues. You were considered a lowlife if you played that music back in the day. Only now is it considered like hipster. But like back then you were considered a lowlife if you played that type of music. And then he showed like the funk and then like the hip hop. So like, I think people understood that and like the spiritual side and how it keeps us all connected. But I don't, Disco 2, yeah. But I don't think they, like that was my favorite part of the movie, not because of like the music that they showed. My reason it was the favorite part of the movie was because after they showed the different generations of music, what happens? The white folks show up. The white folks show up and they try to they try to take over the situation basically. And I say, yep, they get it. If you remove the idea of it being vampires, I say, yep, white folks trying to invade the safe space. That was here come the vultures. They tried to colonize that shit. It was a good movie, man. You saw the movie how I did. Oh yeah, that movie was nothing but metaphors, bruh. It's like, if you get it, you get it, bruh. The demons came in, bruh. If you get it, you get it. So I think the people who say that it's like, because one thing I will notice is I haven't seen anybody say the movie's trash. People either say it's really good or it's overhyped. And I think the people who say that it's overhyped, I think they legit just don't get it. You gotta remember, like, media literacy is at an all-time low. I said low. But the production director Hannah Bleacher has some great gems on her Twitter for deeper thoughts. Welcome to the stream, Royalty. He said, "LOL, chill." Nah, because it really was that deep. It just goes over their head, bro. And what I really liked about the movie, I think I put it in my script, is so for those who don't understand like creative writing, a sign of really good creative writing is a script, is a piece of content that doesn't insult the audience. It just assumes that you understand. The reason you want to take that route when you're writing your content is if you respect your audience, it gives the people who get it something to yap about, and the people who don't get it, they can at least go on YouTube or social media and everybody wins. It doesn't like force feed you. I feel like the easiest example is when the natives first pulled up and the vampire was in the clan's house. And it does that shot where it shows the clan's robes. The natives were trying to warn them, hey, there's some evil out here. And then it shows the shot of the clan. That was the movie subtly telling you they're already evil. So they're gonna, because remember, you had to invite the vampires in. They've already invited evil into their house. So they're gonna invite more. They're gonna fall for the trap. So when he saw that shit, they just rode off. Like, that's an example of not insulting the audience and just respecting that they'll get it, basically. I was like, when I saw that scene early in the movie, I said, this is going to be a good movie. This is going to be a good movie, bro. I love the idea that Coogler told the actors that he wanted the characters to feel more joy than they ever right before. True. I think there's no set interpretation of the media. That's what real art sets us up. Yeah. That I agree with, too. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and I think this movie proved it. I hope this movie just inspires people to make different shit. No lie, the way you breaking it down, it went over my head. I can't turn my brain off, unfortunately. Like, I enjoy shit like that. I've seen a lot of Christians are upset. I don't give a fuck. You went to go see a movie called Sinner and you're upset there's demonic shit there. Get your ass on, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, chat, I went to go see a movie called The Devil and the devil was in it. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Get your ass on, bro. I ain't seen it yet, but thank you for the spoilers. Even if I gave you this, you still got to see it to understand what I'm saying. But when you go see it, maybe you'll actually understand a little bit better. I love the fact that the main characters groups were Black, Native, and Irish. Yeah, and that's why I felt like that argument that one Latino creator made was so disingenuous when he was talking about a lack of representation. First and foremost, why do it's 1,000 white movies that come out every year. You niggas don't ask for no representation. We finally get one with black folks and y'all begging for fucking get off our dicks, first and foremost. Second, it's a disingenuous argument because the movie was full of representation. Literally every group was represented except for Latinos, and the only reason they weren't in the movie was because of historical accuracy. It was a timepiece. You niggas was not in deep Mississippi during that time. I'm gonna be honest, I got family down in Alabama and Mississippi. You niggas not really down there right now in 2025. So you damn for sure weren't down there in 1930. What are we talking about, bruh? Like, it wasn't racism. It wasn't that deep. That shit was, I love that he included the Asian couple. That's real. They really be in the neighborhoods, bruh. You had the light-skinned shorty, the natives, they all were there. That matter of fact, it was even the way they did the natives was realistic because the natives had been pushed west. That's why they was on horses and they was out. He's like, we going back west. Fuck this shit. Oh shit. Alabama and Mississippi were wild ass times. Nigga, it's still wild ass times. What are you talking about, man? It's a good ass movie though. If you haven't seen it though, please go see it. There's literally a documentary on Asians in the South. Yeah, there's a strong Vietnamese community in New Orleans. That's historically accurate. But anyways, I'm done yapping. I could talk about that movie all fucking day. Like I said, the reason my Sinners video isn't out is because like I've been having a hard time figuring out how to structure and explain how I feel about the movie while still trying to get like a valid point. And also I want to add something to the conversation because I've seen a lot of really bad takes. Like niggas went and saw that movie and the only thing they remember was niggas was spitting in bitches' mouths and shit. Like yeah, that happened, but like that's all you got out of it. Like this movie freaky as hell, bro. Like, you didn't get none of, like, it's cool if you don't get everything, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I got everything. But you didn't get none of the themes in the movie. You just saw that freaky shit and niggas was partying. Oh my God. We should have brought back the GI movie discussion. Oh shit. But would it be good to watch for a person who's not really into horror like that? Yeah, because it's not a horror movie. I mean, it's more of a thriller than a horror. It's not scary at all. It's not. There's no crazy jump scares. The violence is very predictable. It's very predictable. It's more of just a really good story. Also, the Irish song scene was kind of lit. Yeah, because he was trying to relate to the black people. Because like I said, what I think a lot of people don't understand about the movie Sinners, the overall theme is we're all the victims of sin and we're all victims of violence that's perpetuated amongst ourselves. And if we don't break that cycle, you end up dead. I mean, at the end, he's shooting and gunning down people. And like, you could tell he's like, man, I fucked up. That was a man that was troubled, trying to walk the right path, but he decided to complete the sin. And that's what the white vampire was trying to do. He was trying to relate to the people. Because he was like, you know, I understand your people because my people were colonized by the British.
I'm thankful.
But the reason I think a lot of people
fund the purchase of the electric BBC I planned to troll Black Mask with.
The reason I think a lot of people didn't get the vampire aspect of it is you have to know history. Which I'm gonna be honest, you don't need to know a lot of history, but you should know that the British colonized most of the world. There's like 80 different countries that have a Independence Day from Britain, so. And y'all food is still nasty. So you know the baseline is Smoke wanted to die at the end though because he killed the clan. He took his protection off. You right. Yeah, I forgot he did take the. Yeah, you're right. Because he was wearing that shit the whole time. You say, you know, niggas don't read. Yo, shout out to Sage with the super chat. And shout out to Brute Mad with the super chat. Brute Mad said the cast of The Sinners better win an Oscar. They better win something. And QJ said, I think it's a lot of creative ideas in Hollywood, but the execution is horrible. Also, CEOs keep the old stuff alive. Hit the like button. Not real. Maybe they need to lower the budget and just try different stuff. British went to war for spices and didn't use none of them. It deserves something. Somebody better get a reward or we gonna fucking riot, bruh. Too many remakes, too many MCU movies, although they're saying the MCU might be back, man. Let's get back to this because I feel like I've been sitting on this damn article for too long. If you play Ghost of Tsushima and found the game's world big, you better get ready, as the sequel Ghost of Yotei will be even bigger, which is no small claim to make. Another 1,000-hour game coming. This was confirmed by Sucker Punch's Productions creative director Nate Fox and the art director Jason Cornell in a recent interview with Japanese gaming site Famitsu. Ghost of Yotei designed for players to find villains on their own. Speaking to Famitsu, Cornell confirmed that Ghost of Yotei's map will be the biggest that the studio has created. Aside from Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch has also developed open world games Infamous and Infamous 2. Cornell shared, in terms of open world adventures, we have the most freedom and expansive maps we've ever made in an open world game. The player's free to travel and challenge the Yotei 6 rather than dictating it from the game's side. The game is designed so that the player can find the location of the Yotei 6 on their own and take on the challenge of avenging them. So that actually gave us some story beats right there. So there's 6 people specifically that you need to take down. But in the meantime, you can explore and basically kill whoever you want, whoever else is there. What did Ethos link? What did he tweet? Oh yeah, I got that saved already. Smoked also realized he wasn't going to see his brother again, even if Stag died. He would probably go to hell due to being turned into a vampire. Damn, like there's so many things you just remembered. Like even at the end of the movie, for those who left the movie theater early, there were 2 scenes afterwards. That first one was the better one in my opinion. I could be wrong, but what I got out of that, like the message, which is the brother that got turned into the vampire that came back and visited Sammy. Was that Smoke or Stack? I keep getting their fucking names confused. The Lakers do suck. They do suck. That was Stack. So when Stack came back, what I got out of that is, even though he turned into a vampire, I felt like there was some commentary there that we as black people need to stick together. Like he still listened to he loved his brother so much, it overcame the evil of the vampire. And he didn't touch Sammy.
Beating Robin's ass.
I think I feel like that theme was all throughout the movie about sticking together. Yeah, that promise was everything. And I felt like that was a little bit of commentary that we need to stick together, basically. Motherfucker said they want to see a sequel and all. Nah, leave it alone, bro. The movie, the fact that we're sitting there having all these theories and shit, just leave the movie alone, bro. Yeah, he rode for his brother. Good ass movie. We need more movies like that create dialogue. That was the first time in a while I was like, damn, this is movie magic right here. We got the it'll ruin it for the sequels. Exactly. We don't need a sequel. No, thank you. Also, the fact that Sammy probably would have played music for Remnick if he just asked, but Remnick wanted control. That's valid. That's a valid point. That's valid. They were trying to like, bro, you can come in and kick it with us, but you was trying to gentrify us. I think once the influence of Irish vampire left, he was able to keep his promise. If you peep when Annie was explaining, she said the soul is trapped in the body, so all the vampires retain their souls. So you're saying they want it to be evil. Is that what you're saying? Is that like the theory? I'm ready for him by Peel now. Nah, facts. Is that the theory you're trying to say? They want it to be evil. And the fact that one brother didn't fully turn and he let Sammy live proved it, because he didn't let the evil completely take over on him. We got the specs on Elden Ring. I actually think it could make a good movie series, like a different aspect of Black history and add a supernatural horror to it. He said no plans for a sequel. Nah, leave it alone. Like I said, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and this movie proves it. The fact that we'll never fully understand it, we're just speculating and talking, is what makes it really good. But the moment they make a sequel and they start over explaining everything, watering it down, like, let it be. Like, that man made what he wanted to make. The studios didn't believe in it. I think we've earned the respect to let him be. Let him make whatever the fuck he want to be. Y'all locked in on Sinners, I see. What up, Dooms? PC requirements, because Elden Ring Night Rain comes out next month. Recommended Windows 11, i5, 16 gigabytes of RAM, a 1070 or 80 AMD rating. I don't know that AMD shit. I'm not gonna lie, you don't need powerful specs to run this, as you can see. As long as you got a halfway decent PC, you'll be able to run this game. Before Stack changed with his girl, they stated to themselves they would be going to hell together when they were arguing the train. Now, I think the funny thing about the ending to the movie is why she was a white woman that was half black, but then they acknowledged she was light skinned. But then at the end of the movie, when they come back, she come back Puerto Rican. What was that? Like, like, damn, this chick on every end of the spectrum and shit, right? Like, oh shit. XDefiant. XDefiant boss laments Call of Duty's focus on making money over good game design. A Game from the Dead, the creator, the boss of it, he's back to shit on Call of Duty. XDefiant executive producer Mark Rubin says developers like Activision are too focused on making the most money instead of designing a good game that players naturally gravitate towards. Rubin says games like Call of Duty, which they previously worked on, strategically keep holding players by focusing on engagement tactics over quality material. Ubisoft failed multiplayer FPS was positioned as a rival to COD, but after struggling to gain popularity, it was taken off the stores. To that I say, nigga, shut up. I repeat, nigga, shut the fuck up. I mean, you're not wrong. The problem is you're the wrong messenger. How you gonna call out Call of Duty for focusing on engagement and only making money when your game didn't focus on the player either? How you gonna talk about quality material? You know, now that this game is dead, I'm gonna talk my shit. When the game first came out, it was plagued with hackers. What did they do? Nothing. This game had one of the worst battle passes I've ever seen. It is a free-to-play game with barely any content. You put a $10 battle pass in there and all the skins look like somebody just put a bunch of Skittles in their mouth and started chewing. The content wasn't there. So you're criticizing a company for the same exact things that you weren't doing. What the fuck are we talking about, Mark Rubin? XDefiant was ass. Y'all got way too hyped because you had 10 million players the first opening weekend when you shouldn't have. It's a free-to-play game. A free-to-play game that was available on every platform, so naturally it was going to have some level of success. I mean, even the first Ascendant, aka the first Depressant, did. It had no anti-cheat. But for free-to-play games, the real test is after month 1, month 2. When we get into like month 3, and you know the honeymoon phase is over, we got to balance things out, start dropping content. And you guys just proved you weren't capable of doing that. So why are you talking about Call of Duty when you couldn't do it yourself? And the worst part is Ubisoft gave Mark Rubin the keys to the ship. They said, do what you want. And what did he do? Let hackers run around, talk about the lack of skill-based matchmaking. Like, that's not a selling point. The only people who bitch about skill-based matchmaking are sweaty-ass content creators who are not good enough to be pro players, but they want to pub stomp in front of their audience so they look like they're good. If I can't drop a 40 bomb, there's something wrong with this game, nigga. No, there's something wrong with you. So RIP XDefiant, you're not really helping the case, Mark Rubin. The game is dead. Just move on to your next game or whatever you're doing. We don't care, bro. We don't fucking care. What up, squad player? Donkey Kong Bonanza might be teasing the return of an old friend. Yo, press 1 in the chat if you got to pre-order a Switch 2. And then mods rob him. No, I'm stop. Donkey Kong Bonanza looks as good. Looks like as if it's gonna be filled with all sorts of DK and Mario lore from across decades. And now a new video on Nintendo Today's mobile app may have teased another detail. New footage showing off DK's various facial animations is backed by what appears to be, spoiler alert, the Rambi theme music, which dates back to N64 outing Donkey Kong 64. There's been no official announcement about DK's buddy returning in this new ousting just yet, but there's mounting evidence. Donkey Kong 64's composer Grant Kirkhope even chimed in on social media acknowledging this reference. Rambi originally debuted in Rare's Super Nintendo Donkey Kong Country in 1994. I don't remember this character. Anybody remember this character? I don't remember this character. Where Lanky Arm at? Let me Google this. Rambi. Donkey Kong. Oh, it was the Rhino. Ah, okay. I didn't know what that nigga's name was. He's from Donkey Kong Country, ain't he? He's talking about Donkey Kong 64. Am I bugging? Which dates back to the Nintendo 64 outing Donkey Kong 64. I thought he was from Donkey Kong Country. It says right there. I don't know. I don't really care about this. I guess that's cool. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back because in the gameplay they showed, it looked like it was like open world or semi-open world. So you might need to ride something. Gotta ride Rambi the Rhino around and shit and just hit niggas, bonk niggas upside the head and shit like that. So I mean, if you care about it, it's coming out in July, a little something, nothing too crazy. Donkey Kong 64 was the introduction of Donkey Kong Country. He is from Country. Donkey Kong 64 was hard for no reason. I don't remember that game being hard. I remember it having mad coins to collect, but I don't remember it being hard. I think they're talking about that specific theme music being there. How much is it gonna be? According to the website right here, it's gonna be $70, but you know, tariffs are coming, so we don't really know. He is, but he's also in 64. I don't remember the Rhino in the 64 version. That's crazy. I'm old though. I don't know. Whatever. He's gonna be there. Oh, we finally got some good news for the Dragon Ball Sparking community, because the Lord knows that you guys don't get any because your game sucks. If you're looking for a new way to play it, it will be available on the Switch 2. Well, not will, almost certainly is coming to the Switch 2. You know, maybe not the news you guys wanted. I know you guys wanted another DLC pack for Goku, but maybe you'll be able to play it on the go. Bandai Namco's arena fighting game was recently rated for the upcoming hardware, the Switch 2, by Saudi Arabia's rating board, so that pretty much confirms it. As spotted by the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, while not officially announced, it's all but a slam dunk now that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero will be available on the Switch 2, likely sometime before the end of 2025. Yeah, still no crossplay, but hey, they got Goku, Gohan, you know, Goten, Trunks, yeah. Now you guys can play this game for a week on the Switch 2 and then get off and get back to drinking your Tang and watching your favorite Gooner YouTubers talk about their favorite waifus and shit. Do I listen to Coda the Friend? Nah, I don't know who that is. Is that a rapper? What do you think about the new Icarus game? I watched the video of someone saying how the new Switch mouse, the new Icarus game. I don't remember that one. Third-party frauds. Borderlands 4 gets an early release date, as is accidentally revealed by Randy Pitchford. The new date is September 12th, said Pitchford in a video, and there's going to be more for the Ludishire on the show during the upcoming PlayStation State of Play. But Pitchford posted the video early by accident, it seems, but he quickly deleted it as soon as he realized there was an error. A follow-up post said, oops, time zones, reposting momentarily. So it's confirmed it's coming out September 12th. Does anybody care? Borderlands 4. Borderlands 4. I may or may not have been working on the game, allegedly. Okay. Shout out to you, getting crazy shit on the resume. I stopped working with a VTuber because their management was weird as fuck. I'm done working in these waifus. Them NDAs, not until it comes out. I gotta see gameplay for it to sell me on it. I've always thought this series was overrated. Not bad, but like overrated. I gotta see some gameplay to sell me on it. But right now, I'm not like super stoked for it because there's too many fucking games to play. But you know, state of the play, in the next state of the play, at least you'll get to see it. Too many games to play. Too many games to play. Who playing on my phone? Yo, shout out to Sway with the sub. Appreciate it.
Loyal fan base, although not
Thunderbolts.
Dumbasses to me.
Marvel's Thunderbolts debuted with a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, the second highest score for an MCU movie ever. Is 2025 going to be a great year for movies? First, we got Sinners. Now the Thunderbolts. They're saying it's fire. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta see this for myself. I don't believe this shit. This movie don't look remotely interesting. I gotta see this for myself. I still don't believe they gonna beat the Sentry. How does that fucking work? The only thing I can think of is how the fuck they're gonna beat the Thunderbolts is the Sentry. The only thing I can think of is the Sentry is gonna be struggling with him being evil. And maybe Bucky pulls up, takes his arm off, sits down, deep sigh, and gives this nigga a whole speech like Naruto versus Pain about the power of friendship and love and how you don't got to do this. After the power of friendship conversation, that nigga gonna stop blowing up the world. That's the only way I can think of, man. That's the only way. Sentry got to fight himself, the Void. That's what I'm saying. He gonna have to beat himself. He says, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, man, I hope I'm wrong. Maybe it is fire. Man. But I don't know. When does shit come out though? Let's see. When does this hit the theaters? May 2nd. Oh, that's in a few days. That's this weekend. Maybe I'll go see that then. I thought it came out like in 2 weeks. Okay, well, it comes out this weekend. I guess we'll see. Isn't Sentry on one of the strongest characters in Marvels? Yeah, he's basically Superman. I think it's going to be Yelena to do that. Yelena, which one is that? Isn't that the bootleg? Isn't that her? The bootleg Black Widow? What's she gonna do? Shoot her with a pistol? Omega level. I don't know how they gonna do this shit, bro. Ain't gonna be Captain America, bro. We'll see this weekend. It's 80% now, 89% now. Oh, the score dropped. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, it is. Yeah, it did drop. It's still good though. 96 reviews. We'll see. Free comics is on Saturday too.
I'm going to Snapchat Sonic my intrusive thoughts.
Yo, shout out to Kelly Jamming with the $5 super chat. He said, I'm in the rewind. There was a restaurant selling tamales and centers. You could see it when they enter the town. Hit the like button. This nigga had the binoculars on. Oh, shit. She's going to hit him with the talk no jutsu. All I know is they better not kill him off. I was like you speech coming. I was like you, you know. But I had to fucking change. Seeing is believing for me. I don't know. And then this right here. Respawn released a statement this morning. Creators of Jedi Fallen Order, Apex, Titanfall, you know, also the OG Call of Duties. At Respawn, bold ideas, creative risk, and passionate storytelling has always defined who we are. That spirit has carried us through incredible highs and sometimes through difficult changes too. As we sharpen our focus for the future, we've made the decision to step away from 2 early stage incubation projects and make some targeted team adjustments across Apex Legends and Star Wars Jedi. These decisions aren't easy, and we are deeply grateful to every teammate affected. Their creativity and contributions have helped build Respawn into what it is today. We're offering meaningful support to those impacted, including exploring new opportunities within EA. Translation. They were working on 2 other games, but they canceled them so they could focus on Apex. I'm gonna give them a pass for Star Wars because that shit is fire. But Apex Legends, bro, take it in the fucking back and shoot it. And what were the other 2 games? It better not come out. It was Titanfall 3. Take this game out back and fucking shoot it. Jesus. Looking ahead, our commitment to player-first experiences remain unchanged. Innovation has always been a core of I'm okay, buddy. I'm okay. I was yelling. It scared you. I wasn't talking about shooting you. Not you. Not my friend. We're talking about Apex. That shit dead as hell, ain't it? I'm okay. Back up. Let's see. For Apex Legends, that means not just delivering competitive, innovative seasons, but oh my Lord. Seasons? Nigga, I want to see in this announcement season. This is the last season. That's what I want to see. Seasons with an S? Oh my Lord. But expanding what Apex can be. While the team will continue, end, E-N-D, that's what we want to see. Continue to refine gameplay and bring new ideas to upcoming seasons. We're also investing in what's next for the franchise, exploring bold experiences that push the boundaries of competitive play while staying true to the spirit of competition, creativity, and integrity that our community expects. Within the Star Wars universe, we're excited to keep building new stories, with the next chapter of the Star Wars Jedi series aiming to raise the bar again for storytelling and gameplay. So that means Star Wars Jedi is their focus, really. To everyone who has been part of our journey, past, present, and future, thank you for making Respawn what it is. We carry your legacy with us, blah, 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 blah. Apex has 100,000 players on Steam right now. You people are crazy. That's not even counting console. So with console, it might be like 300,000-400,000, maybe even 5. I'll tell you this much. Since they're basically admitting they canceled these projects to focus on Apex and Star Wars Jedi, when Star Wars Jedi 3 comes out, whatever it's called, whatever is the conclusion to Cal Kestis' story, that shit better run buttery smooth, because that is the one reason a lot of people didn't play the game. On several different platforms, Jedi Survivor ran like dog shit. The PC version specifically. When the new one comes out, it better run amazing. Or we're going to reference this and we're going to crack our jokes. Watch it be a battle royale. Oh my God. We don't need a Star Wars battle royale. We don't need that. 100 devs got laid off. Did they really? And that's how many? Jesus Christ, bro. Hopefully they land, bro. Never good news. Never. Nigga, what? This nigga typed Grok. See, this is the problem, bro. I had a video hit my YouTube algorithm yesterday. I didn't watch it, but the title of it was AI is making us dumber. What do you need him to explain? This is pretty straightforward. Nigga, read. We gotta start holding books up. Read. Jesus Christ. It's not even long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it's not even 6 paragraphs. It's really like 2. Like, which village you rep in Naruto? The black one. Speaking of reading, I did a little bit of reading myself this weekend. I caught up on Ninja Turtles and Naruto collab. I read all 3 chapters. It's okay. I give it like a 7.5. It's a fun read. Frag Punk later. Tomorrow, Siggy, tomorrow. I'll give it like a 7.5. There's one more chapter. I read Spider-Man versus Predator. That's fire. I give that like a 9 out of 10. And then I read there was something else I caught up on. Damn, I gotta go look. My brain. Absolute Wonder Woman. I haven't started Absolute Wonder. I haven't started any of the Absolutes. Absolute Batman is what I'm gonna start next, probably this weekend. Damn, what the fuck did I read? I'm tired. My brain is fraud. You know I'm going to try to get on Frag Punk right now. I'm only doing it because I got a sponsorship, bro. Yeah, I had a brain fart. I got to look at my damn iPad. Oh, I want to read the Medieval Spawn. Yeah, I saw the reviews on that. They said that shit is fire. Damn, and I know I read like 3 or 4 chapters too. He said Hidden Cloud. Have you read Absolute Boomerang Man yet? That's not real, nigga. Shut the fuck up. That's not real. But I read 3 books this weekend. I don't know why my brain's fried on what was the 3rd one I fucking read. Did Spider-Man be EDP or Dr. Disrespect in that issue? Nah, not yet. That's fucking funny. And then last but not least, I got an update on what's going on in the PS4 community. You know, we like to peek our heads and see what's going on over there. Let's take a look.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
Type shit.
You know, just trying to make sure that, the PS4 controller remains charged, you know. Absolute series has been dope. I've heard the Martian Manhunter is the best one. I've heard, but I'm going to start with Batman. So, you know, that's what's going on. Just giving you an update what's going on over there. Look at PS4 is 11 years old. Let it go, dog. Dragon's Dogma is 43% on Steam, but I got a lot of hate when I said that shit was mid, though. Sometimes it sucks to be ahead of the curve. You get a lot of hate, you get dunked on, only for 6 months later niggas to be on your dick and fucking agree with you. Let me switch my account so we can go into the sub box. Intelligence is a curse. It really is. It really is. Like motherfuckers is sheep and don't even know it. Martian Manhunter, you got to read chapter 1 and 2 back to back. The first chapter is very trippy. I heard that's why it's fire, and I could tell because I got the artwork. It looks very trippy. I would read it back to back because it's only 2 chapters out. But over the top World War I playtest. Okay. State of the play. Oh, tomorrow's the state of the play. Okay. We'll have to check that out. Marvel Rivals official Hell Gala. I don't care. You read the new Ninja Turtles comics? Nah, I know there's a Revolution one. It's a sequel to it's on my bucket list to read. There's a sequel to The Last Ronin. I know. It's on the bucket list to read. You okay, buddy? What you need? You get some money? Unk saying state of the play. I know I always say I know it's state of play, but it's just more natural for me to say state of the play. Peace out. Halo Infinite. Any interesting trailers I should be aware of? Lost Glitches. What is this? Hit that fucking like button. Would I eat this? Next, you're gonna say Pokemon. Nah, I grew up with Pokemon. I know.
They smash down a double cheeseburger, smash down another double cheeseburger, give one a flip, layer with 2 smashed beef patties, a fried mozzarella square, their burger sauce, and that other smashed cheeseburger.
Absolutely not.
Just a light lunch.
This is why people hate Americans. I'm not gonna hold you. Absolutely not. All them damn patties. I'm cool with like the double patty, but why you put mozzarella sticks on it? This shit would fuck my stomach up. I'm talking about rancid farts. What's going on with your fucking timeline, bro? Does it get worse?
This is the aggressive Devour Smash from Buns and Shakes in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Oh, that's the end. I'm good off that. That's too much grease for me. Cholesterol about to be real high. Niggas will eat shit like that and they'll be like, I'm just big bone. Like, I'm big bone. I don't know why I can't lose no goddamn weight. Ultra Mega Cats. Oh, shit. New Frag Punk trailer, chapter 2. New cards. Kyborg, what is that? Free comic day is May 3rd. Yeah, there's a Street Fighter versus Rival School comic I want. I know there's an Ironheart comic. I got like 5 that I'm probably gonna get. I know it's coming. You see the trailer for the new Rock movie? They put it in the group chat, but I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not interested in any movie The Rock is in. Let me guess, he's playing The Rock? Can't the console version out yet? I don't know. Rah rah boom. The Dark Twilight Wars. Okay. It looks okay, but like after seeing Sinners, like I don't know, like it looks okay. I'm gonna check out a legend copy or something. I don't know.
I think he wants your autograph.
Sure, no problem. No problem.
Still a Netflix. Yeah, this is like a Netflix joint, like a solid Netflix joint. I give it to him. He trying. It's about time. Looked okay. All right, Over the Top World War I. We're back, guys. Back to the World Wars, man.
Some journeys.
They gonna compare every movie to Sinners now, yeah. Yeah. Brother said to be exclusive.
Are shared moments.
Guys like that little trench warfare?
Big world out there, and it's a magical, beautiful.
Goddamn, we haven't left this time period yet. It's because this is back when America was great, guys. We were just fighting nonstop wars. 200 player of mayhem.
Place filled with all kinds of surprises. So don't just live in it, experience it together. That's That's why we've added the brand new Party Squad system. Invite your besties and find out if they deserve to be called a true friend.
This is what Pawpaw was doing
friendship
when he came back to discriminate.
It's worth digging.
I just don't think World War I works well as a video game because World War I was mostly fought in trench warfare. These niggas just sat in fucking ditches and threw grenades at each other and like blew each other. It doesn't look very fun.
For true friends are there to share those rare.
This is coming to PS4. I doubt it. It said 200 players at a time.
Game, and with your friends, you'll have a blast. You'll go on cozy camping trips together. And why not take it off-road? True friendship.
Anyways, so what about Vietnam? Vietnam's hard to do too because it was mostly fought in the jungle. So like World War II was unique because it had a very specific like war front line, I mean, basically. Which makes it a little bit easier to create games around. And even more modern war. But like Vietnam, that was mainly fought in the jungle. So it's like, how do you create maps around that where it makes sense? They also had shotguns that malfunctioned so bad they were considered war crimes. Guns blowing up in your face and shit. Go play Black Ops 1.
Thanks for knuckle
early access games for 2 years. Actually, wait, this is the worst thing. I'm not looking at no more cheeseburgers. Lost glitches. I assume this is made for the dudes who want to do the reenactment shit. My thing is, if you're doing military reenactments, at this point, go join the military. Our numbers are dwindling. Please go join the military. We need y'all, man. Build your deck. I didn't know this was a card game. This is an ethos game. We're good off the card games. We're good off the card games, too.
Here's the thing about old cats that you kiddos don't seem to get. They're still kicking.
Laugh my ass off, bootlicker roleplay. Bootlicker roleplay is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, like that's one of the biggest red flags. You're doing military reenactments. That shit is weird. But what's especially weird, if your pawpaw is doing Civil War reenactments, that shit is fucking weird, dude. And you playing for the South? Like, what are you doing this weekend, pawpaw? We're gonna be reenacting when America was great. Fighting for states' rights. Ultra mega cats. Was a third-person cat shooter? My friends deployed in Japan right now. Their missile detection system detected space junk as a Chinese attack. Bro thought it was over. He said, "Why did I sign up?" Doesn't look bad, but it's a skip. If you like cats, you know, it might be something. Check this out. It's $1.50. What is this? Door Kickers Action Squad. Is there a trailer?
Charge up!
Oh, wait.
Agents on the scene.
Assault ready!
Hey, I'm ready to roll.
Ranger ready!
Shield up.
I mean, for $1.50, not bad.
I'm off duty.
Am I gonna play it? No, but I mean, if you balling on a budget, although I would suspect this game is probably on Game Pass, ain't it? It's probably on Game Pass. Might as well just play it for free. Is this one of your favorite games or something? Oh, it's actually $15. It's on sale for $1.50. Nah, you lost me at 15. Keyboard.
Damn, what have you done here? Morgan. This mega tower is the most secured prison in the galaxy. And the only way to escape from here is just within our soul.
Doom clone?
Of course, if you want to see your family again. Maybe you want to give up. No way, I can boss her. Oh, what a man! Have it away. The rules never change. Fight together.
Nah, I didn't watch Arcade.
Welcome to the last.
I did watch The Last of Us episode 2. Me lady never played the game, but she really enjoyed season 1, so she was excited for season 2. If you haven't watched the show, episode 2 is when Joel dies. That was fucking funny. She was in shock. That shit was fucking funny. And it was funny too because like halfway through the episode, she's like, I don't like this Abby bitch. She's fucking annoying. I said, because I could tell from playing the game, I knew where it was. I was like, oh, they about to kill this nigga like the game early, bruh. She was like utter shock. That shit. I was like, but here's what I like though. So then we had a whole, we had a whole conversation afterwards, right? And I was like, it's funny that you're like watching this because I was like 3 days ago on stream, I was talking about how Joel deserved to die. I've always had that stance. He's a villain. And she laughed and she was like, I didn't like it because she's like, I like him. But she's like, I also understand why he died. And I said, she gets it. You niggas defending him, I will never understand it, bro. The nigga's a villain to humanity. Your playthrough made watching the show funny. Hold on, what's this?
Welcome to the jungle.
Well, they had that little ass girl beating that grown ass man. Yeah, I will say the casting for Abby, like they couldn't find somebody like Jack, like the actual character or something. This looks like an Xbox 360 era like action game. Like it doesn't look bad. He's not a villain on humanity. He is a villain. He betrayed humanity, bruh. And the way you Joel defenders try to defend him, if you paid attention to the game, it said that there was no guarantee the vaccine was going to work. First of all, if you know anything about medicine, there's no guarantee any vaccine will work. Any. Who cares? It was a 50-50 chance. If it's the only chance you got to roll the dice. And then it shows media literacy's at an all-time low because it also shows y'all don't understand why Ellie was upset with Joel. She knew that nigga was lying. And also, he didn't let her make the choice of making the sacrifice because from her character, it seems like she was willing and ready to make the sacrifice for humanity. You niggas didn't understand the game. Stop dick munching Naughty Dog. Joel deserved to die. He was a villain. How he shot that nigga in the leg. He was chilling afterwards. Nigga blamed up a whole hospital knowing the earth don't got no goddamn mods. Send the Joel defenders to the bits. He literally killed innocent people. I'm saying, bruh. I'm saying. The motherfuckers would be mad at Abby. Like, yo, you killed her dad.